Hey all, welcome to the orientation for the ART161 501 summer class here at Southwestern College. My name is Donald Gould, and I'll be your instructor over these next 8 weeks. I'm a full-time faculty member in the graphic design department at Southwestern College. So if you ever have any questions about the program or are seeking any sort of advice, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help out however I can. Today, we're just going to spend a few minutes kind of going over the Canvas shell and kind of what is expected of you within the class. So hopefully, if you're watching this recording, this will help to orient you within how this particular class works. If this is your first time using Canvas, we'll kind of go over some of the details and just where you can kind of find things within the Canvas shell here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully you guys can all see the home page here to the course. So if you are already logged into the course, you should have access to the Canvas shell already. And if you do not have access to the Canvas shell, please reach out to me immediately. If you are a student who is using an ad code, you should get access within about 24 to 48 hours or so. So getting started here, looking at the Canvas navigation. On the left-hand side, this is going to be your global navigation of Canvas. So where to find things on Canvas, such as your dashboard, calendar, inbox, which is a good way to get in touch with me if you need to, so on and so forth. And then just to the right of that is going to be your navigation for the actual Canvas shell, the course itself. So starting in the home page here, you'll always see the latest announcements up at the top of the home page. And if we scroll down a little bit, this is an area to get you started here on the day one course one module, as well as some quick links to support services and the Q&A discussion, and then the contact information for me. Best way to contact me is through my SWC email or directly through the inbox here on Canvas. So if we go ahead and go over to the syllabus section here, this will, whoops, I'll have to relink that for you. It's just an image. This will show you the syllabus for the course, and I'm not going to go over all of this, but I did want to review a couple things. You should go over the entire syllabus, contact information up at the top, my office hours and response time here. My office hours for the course are Monday and Wednesday, 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. But typically I can accommodate other meeting times outside of that as well. Just reach out to me and we'll figure out a time that works for everybody. That has the course descriptions here and the student learning outcomes, as well as course objectives, which you should review. And then there is some required materials here for the course. The first one being the textbook, which is Graphic Design New Basics, the second edition, as well as the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. So we are going to be using Adobe Creative Cloud in almost all of the assignments and discussions here within the course and all of the projects. Adobe Creative Cloud is now a subscription-based service, and that will provide you access to programs such as Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, and Acrobat. Those are going to be the 4 primary programs we're using here in the course. But you'll also get access to a bunch of other applications as well. The College Buys website, which I have linked there, is the most affordable place that I have found this for students. With your EDU email, your SWC email, you can purchase the 6-month subscription for $49.99 or the 12-month for about $100. Again, you will need to purchase this for the course. There's really no way around this. And you'll also have to have some sort of desktop or laptop computer. These programs do not work on an iPad or tablet device. So make sure that you are taking that into consideration. I would suggest that you purchase these as soon as possible. It can take sometimes a few days to receive the confirmation email from Adobe that allows you to access the subscription. And because we only have 8 weeks to complete this course, we're going to get started right away within these programs. So it's really important for you guys to purchase the Adobe Creative Cloud as soon as possible. And the 6-month subscription will be just fine. Obviously, that's more than enough time to complete the course here. So make sure that you are getting on that. If you have any questions, please let me know. Attendance and participation. Well, let me back up a little bit. This is a synchronous, asynchronous instruction, excuse me. You are going to be using the Canvas shell here to watch all of the lectures, complete all of the assignments, and upload those as well as discussions. There will be no face-to-face meeting times that are mandatory. So this will be a self-paced course. You can work ahead within this course. And of course, there are due dates for assignments, discussions, so on and so forth. So this course is going to move quickly. So make sure to keep up with the tasks at hand. And if you need to, make sure to reach out to me if something comes up or you're worried about some sort of assignment or something, please reach out and we can try to accommodate that as soon as possible. Late work, I do accept late work with a penalty, but again, make sure that you are trying to work within the schedule provided. There's some information here about acceptable and unacceptable use of AI and student support services, students with disabilities. If you have any accommodations that are needed, please contact me. There's information about the grading structure and how many points the total course is worth. And then the course schedule, which you can also find if you scroll down here in the syllabus section on Canvas. This will show you when the due dates for everything is here within the course. So make sure to review the syllabus. And if we cruise over to the modules here, I'm going to collapse all these. This is going to walk you through the different weeks that we have within the course. And we can see at the very top, we have day 1 getting started. This is where you should start here within the course. We'll go through a couple of these. This walks you through the introduction of the course, first steps, and some initial assignments here and activities for this first week. You do have a syllabus quiz, which is linked directly here, and it's also in the quizzes section. This is worth 5 points. It's 10 multiple choice questions. There's no time limit, and you can take this as many times as you need to. So if you don't get it right the first time around, take it again and refer back to the syllabus to answer those questions correctly. This will be needing to be completed before tomorrow, June 12th at midnight. So make sure to refer back to that syllabus and complete this syllabus quiz. The next component here is the class introductions. This should also be completed tomorrow by midnight. And this can either be found in the discussion sections or in the link below. I see some of you guys have already gone in and completed this. That's fantastic. This is just a way to introduce yourself and get to know others within the class. You should go in and write about 100 words or so within the responses answering these 3 questions. And also make sure to comment on 2 of your peers' posts with 50 words or more by Wednesday at midnight for full credit. I will be looking at the syllabus quiz and the class introductions quiz to see who has completed those by the due dates. And I will be dropping students who have not completed those. So it's really important for you guys to make sure that you are participating early on within the course here. So those are the first 2 things I would just knock off. The chart there is to get the syllabus quiz completed and the class introductions. This is some information about myself, again, where to reach me through my email, my portfolio website, as well as the PDF of my portfolio, and some information about me, picture of me and my family here. And some course resources. So again, this gives you the link to College Bias, where you can purchase the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, as well as access to your Google G Suite that's provided through Southwestern College and your Microsoft Office 365. There's also a few search engine sites here for high resolution image downloads, which you will be using throughout the course. And this is some kind of basic boilerplate information in regards to Canvas. If you're new to Canvas, this will walk you through this. I realize some of these thumbnail videos do not work, but if you click on the direct links, you can access all of that information here through the SWC website as well. This goes over Canvas settings and notifications. Creating your Canvas profile. I would like you to change your Canvas profile image to a picture of yourself to easily recognize you as you are participating within the course. How to complete Canvas activities such as assignments and discussions. And again, if those thumbnails don't work, just click on the link and the video will pop up. Support resources available through Southwestern College. And then again, bringing you into your class introductions to make sure that you have completed that and responded on 2 of your peers' posts. That will then take you over to the syllabus quiz. Again, you can take this as many times as you want to. Make sure that you complete this before June 12th, Wednesday at midnight. And that will be the wrap up for the orientation of day 1. And this will bring us right into week 1. So if I hop back over to the modules, all of those pages we were just looking at are starting up here in day 1, getting started, moving through these different links and these different modules here. Once you have completed that, you'll see that we have all of the additional weeks of the course listed out here. And again, you are more than welcome to work ahead, but if nothing else, try to stay on task with the each week that is necessary here. So looking at week 1, which is this week, June 10th to June 16th, basically the way that the overall structure of this course will work is we will either be starting a new project or continuing with the project on Monday. We will introduce that, and then you will have until the following Sunday at midnight to complete those assignments or discussions. So the first project you're going to be working on is the visual principles assignment. This will span 2 weeks. And if we go into welcome to week 1, all of the modules will look similar to this. You will have an introduction for what the week will be covering. It will list out the objectives for that particular week. And here is where you will find your activities and assignments for that week. So for this first week, in addition to the syllabus quiz and class introductions, you should be reviewing the content in week 1 visual principles. You should be reading from the graphic design new basics textbook, the sections form storming, point, line, and plane, rhythm and balance, and scale. Making sure to complete those class introductions and syllabus quiz by Wednesday, and then looking at the visual principles part 1 sketches for the discussion here. We go ahead and go to next. This will be the lecture for the first week, and there are actually 2 lectures for this first week, so make sure to watch both of these videos. There are also PDFs for those videos down below. You should always make sure to review the lectures before you get started on the assignments. And if we click next, this will bring us into the assignment section for this week, Visual Principles Part 1. Now, you'll notice that there's different tabs on this page. And the first tab here is going to be your assignment sheet details. So the assignment sheet can be found here for this first project. This will involve the principle descriptions and looking at the 12 principles using points, lines, and planes to convey those. There's also a rules sheet here that has to do with this first assignment, and you can refer to the tutorial section to go over the details of this further. If we go back up to the top of the page, you'll also see that there are 3 other tabs here. We have the tutorial tab, which walks you through how to get started in Adobe Illustrator, converting your sketches into graphic translations, as well as how to use a clipping mask within Adobe Illustrator, which you will need for this assignment. Then we have previous examples here of past students' work, and lastly, templates for each one of these assignments. So for this particular assignment, you have a sketches template, which you can use and download and print out for sketches or digital sketches. And then you also have 3 software templates. These are all Illustrator files. We know that because of the extension AI at the end of this file. There's one for points, one for lines, and one for planes. Again, make sure to review the video in the tutorial section to see how to use these, but you will be using these templates to complete this first week's assignment. Once you have completed the assignment sketches and for that, then you're going to also make sure that you have completed the syllabus quiz, make sure that you've completed the class introductions, and that will be the week 1 wrap up here. So this should, again, bring you back to what you have learned this week and this week's task list here below, which you should complete before you move on to the following week's module. When we go to next, this would bring us into the discussion here, which will be needed. And then that will bring us into week 2. And again, if we go back into the modules, you'll see that all of those for week 2 pages will be here as well. We'll have a Visual Principles Part 2 lecture. You'll continue with the Part 1 assignment and also be working on the Part 2 assignment. And then you'll work to complete both Visual Principles Part 1 and Part 2 and submit those to the assignment section here in Canvas. So the other areas here within the navigation are your announcements, which you can see what has been posted so far in the class. There's the assignments section, which will show you all of the upcoming assignments and discussions that are due and what the due dates are. You can also specify just the discussions that are due here for the class. The quizzes for the class, which will be the syllabus quiz, as well as the final exam, which we'll complete at the end of the course. Your current grade within the class and standings as far as the grading for these different assignments goes. Your additional classmates and peers. And that brings us back to the homepage. So hopefully that was helpful to get acquainted with Canvas. Some of that may be review, some of this may be brand new to you. Please make sure, again, to complete the syllabus quiz and class introductions by tomorrow, June 12th at midnight. I use that as a point of reference for who to keep enrolled in the class. So it's very important that you guys submit those and get those completed. And also start to work on the first assignment, Visual Principles, and refer to the discussion that will need to be uploaded this Sunday before midnight. If you guys have any questions in regards to the class or Adobe Creative Cloud or any other contents that we covered, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I look forward to having you all within the class this summer semester. We will not have any additional mandatory meetings, but like I said previously, I'm more than happy to set up individual Zoom meetings or discussions if needed. The best way to do that is to just keep in touch, contact me either through email or through Canvas. And if anything else comes up, please make sure to keep in contact with me so that we can make sure that you succeed through this class this semester. So that's it. We'll go ahead and wrap it up today. And I look forward to, again, spending the next couple of weeks with you guys and hope you enjoy the class.